Welcome sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Joe Mar,
I'm Rush.
and this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yes, people, but before we get into today's live, don't forget to like the video. Leave a comment on this one and subscribe to This or That Sports TV. The one more thing for us, though.
Share the video to at least 10 people, but ensure to get us just 6 subscribers. Because bro, at Easter that, someone 7 my father. Okay, you know it's the 7 and God number.
7?
Yeah.
Pick up the Emperor.
If each one of you guys can manage to get us 7 subscribers, do you know how many subscribers that get us by the end of the day, people?
Oh, Oli, where you go with that Good Friday, bro?
One whole heap of sleep, my father. Yeah.
Now Kingston, really Good Friday, no?
Nah, Oli,
I never got a ball.
That
That dog still. That dog. I never got a ball, I can remember today, no?
Then pin up him youth on the car.
Yeah. Got good lay of ball in a Good Friday, bro, but big up on yourself ones and ones. They have to talk some football. It's a good day. It's a good day. Feel good.
Is it a good day though?
It's a good day, man.
Name Good Friday. I mean a good day in the virgin. Remember so them kill a big man still, my father.
I'm killing G, yes. I'm killing G, but it's a celebration same way, isn't it?
Because them kill him and
I
not
remember
celebrate.
that, no man, a celebration of life can exist though. So today we use and celebrate life.
Today, nah.
Today, night, my father.
He said
Today memorial, because that done gone. Night and them something done gone.
yeah, long time.
A long time that Bridget. You see me? Today memorial, so I don't know what kind of conversation this year have. But people, what go on? Obviously the lives are for interaction. So we look whitey man. Anyways, the lives are for interaction. So talk to us in the comment section, please. Yeah, we have to talk some football, bro, and obviously we want the people to give you some direction, but we want to start. And the local players that we saw.
Fix up my shirt there, bro. People will see the JG.
We have to
see
steer
This or
it,
That Sports TV.
Yeah, man, well beard off, man. Face cool like a piece of chalk, rigid white. But anyways, finish your sentence, boss. You can't go wrong.
Like that today in the place they have bleach up on the Good Friday.
Just cool, no? Just cool,
So
no?
they can reach few people them
I
and
don't
thing. Yeah, people, so as you can see the bad shirt, then you get me and say This or That Sports TV logo out and about.
Shout out to SG same way.
Man like SG. My father that you know.
I like?
Yeah. But yeah, bro, what we are talking about?
Yeah, alright, so we saw the 2 games against Trinidad and Tobago. That was predominantly either young players from England or local players. Ravel Morrison and Adrian Marapa. Right?
Somebody say we are glitch.
I lie.
What that mean?
Oh, for glitch. My G, check your Wi-Fi, man.
That dark.
I can't glitch,
What you
man.
know about the man fiber
Some
optics?
of the day I watch it
No,
smooth,
but
my
you know
G.
about the man fiber optics?
Eh?
And 5G and them something they talk about check the man Wi-Fi. You know about the man?
Something going over there.
You know about the man?
Eco Reeks. Big up yourself. No man, we not a glitch man. Me I tell you man, straight up man. Check it connection. Disconnect and connect back. But anyways, let's talk about it from the angle of one, how you feel about the players getting there looking and how did they do when they got there looking. You see me, and then do you feel any better or worse about including local players into the national team? Whenever I'm chuckle like about, it's a conversation to have. You see me, so see there, hearing fine. Cool no man, Eco Reeks. Yeah, so the players that got called up, what did you see from local players? Were you excited when you heard that local players were being called up? Talk to me.
As in, people would have known my stance on This or That Sports TV for what, over a year now. And I'm of the firm and staunchest belief that if you are playing your quote-unquote professional football in Jamaica, then you have no place in my national team. And yes, it's my national team. You know the song that said this land is your land, this land is my land from, Long Island to wherever. You know the song?
I've heard it,
The
I've
man
heard
singing that, so it's a bad song still, no? But yeah, bro, I'm my national team, just like how you're a national team and everybody has a national team, but I'm not for the national team.
No.
You get me, son? And if you're playing at JPL, I genuinely don't believe that you possess the ability to be playing in the national team.
Unless, I mean, bro, yeah, it sounds like a blanket statement, but I'm sure you have exceptions. I have, because if you have a 15-year-old and done up or a 16-year-old and done up the JPL, then we make an exception. You get me? I say, but for the most part, if we have grown adults playing in the JPL that are I guess aspiring professional football. They're professional football. Them get paid. Some of them, for sure, I not make more on it.
That may show you.
You see me, so I can't this demand them thing, but at the same time, if we have full-blown professionals playing in the JPL, I think that's not the level that we want to see in the national team. But they did get the call up, and from what we saw, them justify what we are saying, or them make us eat words in a way, based on the performance and get in the Trinidad and Tobago games.
No more than 3 players. And boy, Tevin Campbell 3 enough. 3 enough, my father. I'm sure, but I'm fine with 3.
I can't go 3 because remember, so I make space for the next step, you know, I make space for succession planning now. So if I give a 1 or 2 spot to some players under 21.
The 3.
Oh, it must be the same.
Yeah.
But it can't always be the same. Because I call a Canary Boys Clark, even though Canary Boys Clark are one of the 3 best, you know. But say I call.
This Canary Boys
Say I call somebody from.
Like a Delano Splat.
A Delano Splat or somebody.
Malachi Molina, a little Judo will just run up and down in the under 17.
You get? And that's how I make my 3 for. So if I say that JP, I'm not saying the number. More so I say.
I call a man like Devontae Campbell. He can probably get a look in from time to time.
Yeah.
You get
Or Richard King 2 years ago.
Richard King 2 years ago.
But
they make a justification.
That's what I'm doing. It is not somewhere a number, but it's more the quality and the age. It have to coincide. It can't just be, oh, I need 3, so I put the 3 best JPL players. I will see them try that with the Biograves and the Greens, and it just never, the level just still never did it. So, on their performance though.
I wouldn't even say the best 3 in the Tevin. Because right now you have man like Demario Phillips and Ramon Howell and Kemar Foster and Trevante Stewart. Like, those are some of the best in the JPL, and I don't think any one of those names that I just mentioned, you know, have a spot in my team right now. Because there are some kids that I would give a look into.
Most of them are close or at their ceiling.
Yep.
And if that's the case at 27 and your ceiling is in the JPL, then we can't be looking to you to save the country.
Can't be.
That's not what we want. So
can't be.
I agree with them. I now say the 3 best. But we need to find. I can't even say we need to find. It's more so if the opportunity presents itself from the JPL where we have young players and promising players. Ikarik say, man them are overwork Coach Grimm because he has to be teaching them the basics.
Yeah. Every time I have to teach them football, bro.
And you know him never go around it? In the press conference after the second Trinidad and Tobago game, he said that he played the simplest system because the player just never up to the level, said he never want to overcomplicate the thing. And that goes to show exactly what we're saying. They must, for sure, that goes without saying.
So Tevin said the best 3, I'm going to tell him, say, I don't want to see the best 3. But then he correct himself and say, best 3 under 25. I can't the best 3 under 21.
Me that got 21.
Or at least 22.
Yeah,
but
maybe 23. I mean, it's so like we are called, but yeah, maybe. You know, so the age is definitely a factor. But the coach himself say the players aren't up to scratch. You see me, and we've been saying that, but we get some flack for saying that. And it's not a matter of we hating the Jamaican Premier League or hating the ballers them individually. In a vacuum, them a baller. You get me I say, but in context of the national team, they're just at the other level yet. And obviously we have the defender and the local players coming out.
Alex Ferguson say Ravel Morris would become one of the most skillful players in world football now. Fergie said that to my father. But Ravel Morris now, we have Ravel Morris not at our disposal. Obviously he never come nowhere close to where they expect him to forward.
Yeah.
You get me I say? But just for sure you say, yo, the level of players that we have in our national team is not normal, my father. You get me I say? It's not a joke thing. So when them a go say, yo, oh, this a player and that a player for the entire team, bro. It don't make no sense to me.
No, for sure. How did they perform though? How did they perform in the Trinidad and Tobago game?
Boy.
Justify what you say, or them make you I think.
Bro, those 2 games were 2 of the worst football games I've watched in such a long time, especially the one at National Stadium. And we get a draw at the one in the National Stadium. But good God, man.
That was the worst of the 2.
Good God, man. Bro, me couldn't even contain myself to how angry I was. I feel like I did get a stroke about it.
Gotcha.
That's how badly they were playing. Like, them never did make no good passes. Them a kick with the ball every minute. We forward them just a miss goal for joke. Good God of Moses. Just I remember the Trinidad game, man.
Bro, for me,
that stressed me out.
For me, I think it's more of justifying what I've been saying. Or what we've been saying. It's not even He's not even a... Alright, so we have Icarus, I guess him want... Unmute your mic, you know have to turn on your camera, but unmute your mic. You see me? Yeah, he's more so... proving me right in a way. Iko, what you say?
Yeah, man.
Hold on. I'm add it to his screen real quick. We just have to see if you're there.
1 second, we're gonna add the first guest for the night, people.
Yeah, Iko, we are here. What you say now?
Oh, greetings, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I listened to Damian Lowe Sportsmax interview the other day, and you must say them not like certain basic drills where Coach Grimmy have them a do. So me, read between the lines. I say, oh, try to do this because they have man in the squad when they're ready.
Yeah.
So him have fear, even the Trinidad game. I said, John, the man say him go to the simplest of tactics and it's like the brother them Jaja. So for me, I would never include a JPL player.
Jaja, that rough. I know say watch the same Damian Lowe interview and he did say that, bro, that they obviously it's a little bit annoying for he said that it's a little bit annoying for him as a full-blown professional to be doing passing drills, I guess. Or to be doing heading drills. Or to be doing simple probably
Shooting.
or shooting drills that he's done from he was 20-year-old. Now he's more tactics and learning, know the fundamentals. But Coach Algrimson, I feel I teach the players that we are talking about 22 years, 23 years in the JPL, and even some older players, 25, 26. And they should have learned that already. They should have had those fundamentals under their belt. And what that does is kind of make the program move a little bit slower than we want it to move. You get me? I say so. Iko, from the two Trinidad and Tobago games, you come to the conclusion that you don't want to see no JPL player in the national team.
Unless it's a case where we have injury and we not no choice.
You know, I can't go with you. We have enough professional players out there in the world.
Brad, my father.
It can't be that. The only way I look for my JPL is for find that exception and for succession planning. It's definitely not for now. I mean, I think nobody in the JPL can affect a national team right now to a point where it even move the needle.
Nobody.
I say one player. Obviously, everybody else.
Not one of them.
Probably Richard King, probably. And Richard King, I can tell you right now, Richard King is not even our fourth best defender. I tell you that straight up. You see me? So, and even though I rate Richard King, don't take that as a slight. I just think that the level that he's playing at obviously make him look a bit
better than he is.
Yeah. Tevin Campbell said the JPL player can't even control good and movement poor. Bro, the Trinidad and Tobago games, it was hard to watch.
Oh my God.
It was so hard to watch, and I can tell from the editing the match that you were frustrated. What were some of the things that you saw that you were frustrated with?
Hey, people, I can tell you, say, obviously, we had the match being recorded, and I was there from time to time beside of the camera. And if you wonder why they never did on the game, that's why. Because the language did get very colorful. Because, fam, it was so hard to watch. Like, every minute we kick with the ball, there's no intention with the play. You get me, I say? And I was like...
Freestyle.
I wouldn't even say freestyle, because freestyle mean it look good, my father. Because freestyle is something pretty and look nice. They never have no intention. Them just, like you see, them are Phillips get it sometime, you get me, I say, he's never terrible. But me I say, besides him, nobody never look like them say, alright, we want to play the ball over the top, we want to get it wide, we want to make something happen. But the ball is just stuck, and the defender get the ball and just kick with the ball. Every minute them kick with the ball. And sometimes when Toby find a gem, which him find like two of them, the forward them show how good they are. Like, and that's none at all. You get me, I say? We see Colin understand, we see Trevor Stewart eventually, them come on and them just so bad, bro. So bad, and at Trinidad.
And the fact that the standouts in the first game, the standouts were what? Omar Hutchinson, Lemby Kisa, Whisper him, they come on for a little bit. I mean, I talk about, remember, we have full professionals, even though those players right now are professionals themselves.
Yeah.
We have we have veterans in the team at that point. JPL veterans. We even have JPL veterans in the team, but those are the players standing out. And what's the message that's sending? In the second game, we can say Whisper was the best of a bad bunch. You get me? I say, and we also saw players playing down to the level. We see Ravel Morris come in, and we see Adrian Mariapa come in, and them just look Average. Probably
And then you see, well, Mariappa never featured
in the second
in the game against.
Mexico.
Yeah. So we can't really say that, but we saw Ravel didn't look as bad as he looked against Trinidad and Tobago.
So it's a matter of playing down to the competition for you.
Boy, man, I know the JPL players then prove it right. That's all I'm saying.
Iko, who is tell me one
Then
player
really.
tell me one player from the JPL where you say, oh look for maybe include in the national team, even though you don't want none. Tell me one if you have to pick one.
The goalkeeper will get called.
The goalkeeper.
When they get called up in the Mexico game?
Foster.
Foster. Kemar Foster.
Yeah.
That
Or
would be one and minutely
and
team because how good the goalkeepers them is. But Kemar Foster is above the level. Kemar Foster not for there.
Yeah.
I don't think many goalkeepers that are like Amon Knight, I don't think he's a better goalkeeper than Kemar Foster. You know, there I'm not sure why it never happened for Kemar Foster, but I really think he's a solid goalkeeper.
Because he's been at this level for a minute.
Yeah.
He's been at this level. So my agree with Kemar Foster is one. How you feel about Richard King? You know, he's been at the same level for a couple of years, broke onto the scene with say over a year ago, you know, in the qualifying campaign. How do you feel about King and its progression?
Alright. So I watched his game, and to be honest, King has a bit of anger issues, bit of attitude and everything. He's a good player, very young. Has potential. Well, young.
You think the King
Youth.
plateau?
Bro, I just think.
Remember, I'm so on the scene of World Cup qualifiers, you know.
You know
You think
me
the
here?
plateau, bro?
But they get some information that day. We never disclose the source publicly. But I'm hearing that there's some interest in Richard King. But the thing is, the handlers or the club or whatever, they are waiting on that move. And them think say, yo, him can get a bigger move. That come here JPL clubs, me I hear not JPL, USL clubs, me I hear some smaller clubs around Europe. But that's not what they want. That's not the level that they think that he's at. But that's what he's attracting. You see me? So maybe in plateau, but I don't even think that's the case. Because maybe if him got the USL, he can prove that he can do it at another level. But right now he's in Jamaica where we can tell
There's
him
not much higher for him to go because he's the best defender in the
there's
league.
not much higher for him to go. So go to the USL and try to do something. I'm not a big advocate for the USL, but right now go to a decent team in the USL. Don't go to USL League One or don't go to the bottom or middle of the table. Go to one of the teams at the top and see if you can get a move there. We'll see players dominate and get the move, i.e. Julia Flemings. We're just outstanding for numerous years and then it just working at the end field. You see me? So them transfer are coming for Richard King.
And then you have solid USL players like Devon Williams is perennial, Kevin Lambert. Those are perennial USL level players. You know, and I think I hope is Richard too much higher than that level now?
No.
I don't think he is.
No.
And that's what I'm saying, based on what we expected from him a few years ago, we'd expect that right now, a year and a half later, he would have stamped his name hard and fast, you know, sending Mariappa retiring. And that's not the case. I think by now he would have retired.
Because
When he bust out of the scene a year and a half ago, in the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
That's not the case. Because that was 2021. Remember World Cup qualifiers was 2021.
Yeah.
Where's the Icarus?
yeah, so for me, even for the Gold Cup, I don't think I would call him. I would probably call Latibodier.
No, for sure. If it's Latibodier or Richard King, then it's Latibodier. Latibodier playing a sense
And then you have Wes Harding.
Yeah, where's that? Bro, the fact say
Exactly.
As Icarus.
the fact say Wes Harding, you have to say as Icarus, like you know Icarus age man.
as king. You get me as Wes Harding about 98.
Yeah.
Or 97. So like what we on about?
Yeah. I'm with you, but Unseen there, I don't know Unseen is a defender of the local players, and that's why I'm inviting, bro, because he might always get some interesting perspective. Not that I always agree, but he gives some interesting perspective sometimes. So give me a second, I'm adding Unseen to the stream, and then we can move. Is it? 1 second.
That is it.
Yes, sir. Make a scene, you know over there?
Say, bro, as I say, I just do. I think based on where Richard King was last year, me dey respect. Me dey respect. If right now, a year and a half later, he would already make the move, and he would depend some serious,
All right,
serious right now.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You see the JPL, it's a lot slower. And the thing about it, Omar Hutchinson and Ravel them look average in the Trinidad game. Why? Because they have played with some players who are really up there in terms of quality.
Hmm. So we have
So
Unseen. Well, hold on, Eco. We just welcome in Unseen. Big up yourself, boss. Obviously, you can chime in anytime you want. We're talking about the local players getting their chance in the national team, and how do we feel about having them going forward? Isn't it so? Eco, finish, make a point.
yeah, so I say Richard King is a good player. Average, well, he's a good player as a defender, you know. But one of the things that affect him is it's just everything that is around him, the environments, the players he's playing with, the coaching he's getting,
Hmm.
things like that. How he's being played, how he's being used. So it's like him quality take time a drop.
Unseen, how you feel
So
about. No, finish, man. Finish. We just thinking it does now.
yeah, man. So the last thing I say, I just feel like him, even if it's a USL, just make the move, cause the JPL just mash it up.
Jaja. Jaja. Unseen, what go on?
There, man. Tag boss, my name today, man. Tag boss.
Talk about today. You want to give the history behind the name there?
Comedy name, man. I do comedy and them thing that you know.
But then we don't really want to come out with a joking today and see.
I'm not joking,
I
man.
know, but when Antin talk about the JPL ball, I might as well be comedian, my father. As a youth, I love push the JPL thing, and I get
No,
it.
I'm not really push it, you know. I give them a fair opportunity just like anybody else in the world. It's a balance. It's a balance, man.
Just give my fear.
It's a
All
balance,
right,
man.
so,
Well, it's a balance, man. The universe like balance, you know. So I just believe in a balance.
all right, like you.
Donkey say, well, no level, you know. Yeah, talk about balance, and me here, Donkey said the word no level.
And like you said that long time now.
So something I know.
Donkey they dead long time. Can't play that.
That's not true. That's not true. Auntie, Coach Argimson gave them the chance. How you feel? May I say Coach Argimson gave the local players a chance in the Trinidad and Tobago games. How you feel about that? I know you feel
Give them
about
an
the performance.
opportunity. I don't think necessarily a chance. I give them some opportunity to play. I don't think it's really a chance.
No, man, it's definitely a chance, man. And he said that he's looking for that one or two more players.
So the
First mistake they make a carry them, go play them for one pitch and I don't know what kind of thing like.
No, man, them carry them and play them
Beach
on the
football.
best surface in the country, too.
And then, you know, but none of them alone look bad. All overseas players look worse on them to right in that game.
So you
Reality.
think, Auntie, I think the man them make you look good. And that's
No,
not good.
what me can tell you is that the best players in the local league never get picked, you know.
Who did get left out?
You have only players that play better than somebody who get called.
Pass some name now, father, because the two top goal scorer them get pick up.
Them two there alone, them two there. And the
Them and
midfield.
Foster get pick up.
Richard King get pick up.
Richard King did it.
Right?
Did I assume that
Topi.
Two playing the second best JPL player, defender in the league.
Yeah, I'm not argue with the other one there.
Oh, you might know still.
You might know, yeah.
You know better than me.
Demario Phillips get called up.
Demario Phillips.
The Mara Flips are one of the best nine position in the country.
Yeah.
But
The left back you name.
The left
Thomas.
back, Thomas. Thomas
Thomas
are the
is
best
not
wing
the
back.
best. Thomas is not the best wing back in the country.
And when name Makula,
You have Russell, who is better than him right now at the moment. Midfield, even Demar Phillips right now, Purcell are better than Demar Phillips right now in the league. Right now, Purcell is one of the best midfielders in the country right now in the defensive midfield position.
So you say the best just never get called.
The best never get called. Yeah, alright, so 2 out of the best. So the ratio would have been 1 to 5, somewhere there.
Where's that?
Say that again.
The two for them we have score goal now, if you ask me now. Read better than the two of them now. So read age. So I say, alright then, him age. But when I see the man go for Mario up and then I say, made start scratch me.
No, man, you can't come.
You have other sons, Mario one of the captain of the team. And Mario still at a decent level. So I don't like say
Alright, so wait, you think Samaya wouldn't be the best central defender, right back, central defensive midfielder, probably left back in the JPL if you play right now?
No, watch me now. You see, what me I do? I have to talk it to what it is, you know. Me now go over in
I'm
some.
asking you a question. You don't think Samaya would be the best defender in a
Well, I know,
JPL right
man.
now?
That's why I said to you say that now got him, so I can't talk about it.
But
As him now
you
in JPL.
can use the level though. You can use the level.
What me
Based
I
on
say
your-
is, what is really realistical is that I would. Alright, so the two games them, Trinidad and Tobago would have been last game them for Mariapa for Jamaica. If it was me. Because me not saw him offer no more to the national team. I don't see.
Let
On
me
the
tell
field,
you.
I don't see.
If it's between the JPL players and Mariapa, then I still have to pick Mariapa. But then if it's between say a Latibodira or somebody, or maybe a Wizard, maybe I probably go get them.
Me not go with
Mariapa.
Zardin.
That's why I'm trying to say.
Me not go lucky body.
The decision wasn't between anybody at all. It wasn't between anybody. We could have found some players who are perform better than him overseas or locally. I must say the man was unattached, you know.
Yeah, but watch it now. Yeah, you have some players.
Yes,
It's
so
a-
unattached, but in a most recent season, in most recent full season, him did
He was
get him did make the All-Star team.
The Australian.
Yeah, him did make the All-Star team. As a 36-year-old, they get me and say in the A-League, which is still miles and bounds ahead of the JPL, I can promise you that much.
But
And
the
they get
thing
me
is,
and I suck him end up get called back to England. And it never work out so good for him, you get me I say, and then in the end up unattached for a little bit. While him a try to find a different
me I
club.
watch him when he got the match, me did the match live, me I watch a game when he play for Trinidad. And every
No,
time
Maps never look great. Maps never look great. And even after that game, I come out and say, yo, whoa, this kind of start look like the beginning and the end. But then,
so at the end of the day, bro, balance the thing now, no more space up.
no. Hear me I say. You see, if me did that say, the local player them I put in. Because remember Richard King just come from the scene, I said that you turn for their yard, you know.
No, for
Put him
I
up
like
for your
that.
yard.
And I like say when I call it our seat. But right now, we call it our
Put
seat.
enough for understand, say yo, and him determine him fate. Him club determine him fate how he move.
What make Richard King still there?
Well, you have to go ask Speed that
Club.
because I'm my angler. Because if you ask me, whole heap of clubs come for him, but maybe them not pay the price what the man want. I say going on negotiation, right? The next thing we have to understand.
Only for investment going in a players like this.
There's not a lot of scouts. You don't call them people, agents. A relationship with Jamaican club, you know. Because this relationship kind of mess up back in the days and everything. And the man usually work with Cavaliers, him and the owner for the club now to mesh again like one time. So if that did work out, Kingdom that gone long time, man. Gone on them country like what Paris them there and them something and gone.
You think so?
Of course.
You think you see any better from Richard King than we saw a year or two ago?
Nope. No, bro.
He passed the level of the JPL, so I think nothing more can impress me.
No, but even when him get called up recently, like we see the two Trinidad games, the man he
improve, bro.
even though nobody never
And
graded
that's
them games.
scary, bro, because from the ages of 21 to 23,
Bro,
he's supposed to
we have
improve.
to understand the tactics change, you know. And and before and when with more than he usually pass the ball to the midfield, like split lines and them something there. Now everybody tune into this long ball thing. So him not gonna look good. I know that we used to it, King. If I come up on my program, I cuss him and I say, Bridget, I need to go back and start dribble through the midfield and leg of the pass them and beat the press and help in the attack like we always do. One time I hand a Paul and look a piece of Whitmore, although Whitmore never ready still. You understand what I mean? But right now, the man look like him going back a square one like a some old. You understand me? I say?
Bro, but that
The next thing I find out is that it with him they play, it Cavaliers are playing now. So me and speed, so I start cut speed now as a speed. What kind of style that?
what am I play? Long ball?
Yes,
Cavaliers are play long ball?
yes. And guess what the maestro in the long ball?
Who?
King.
We see where Algrimson did use Jamaican to play as the point attack.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Well,
Jamaican.
watch part.
Bro, but it's not even just a matter of on the ball, Richard King. Richard King positionally, it don't look like him a improve. You know, in recovery, don't look like it a
Don't
improve.
look like him to get much stronger either.
No.
Oh,
You know, like when them get
Richard King big brother. Richard King bigger than Wembley still. Apart in terms of physical ability, physical
Yeah.
appearance, he get him bigger and stronger than Wembley still. Bigger
Bueno.
and like him,
Me not
like
me not expect to see a little bit more. Me not expect to see the progression happen a little
in
bit
the
faster.
gym. But you have to understand that Jamaica can build it to a certain level and no more. Remember, say them a focus on colonialism, you know. Colonialism not come from far, you know. So look like the attention I go left from King now and go to somebody else. You understand what I say? I remember in Jamaica, one of the talk it as it is. In Jamaica, you have one coach to what? 30 people,
Yeah.
one coach to 20, put it at that.
Yeah.
Right? Overseas, you have one coach like every two or three baller. You have striker coach, you have a defensive coach, you have a set piece coach, you have a physical trainer, you have this, you have that. In Jamaica, we can't afford it. It's impossible.
And see, we now look to see the finished product, bro.
There is no finished product in
What that we
Jamaica.
are look for? We are look to see the gem.
And wait, no, that go to the point that I'm trying to make. The fact that him just said a while ago, there is no finished product. And only finished product more in the national team.
Jaja.
But you never have that. You'll never have that. You'll never have that because
On the JPL, you that.
this is the reality. You look on it. It's easier to select a Jamaican player to the national team. Less money, you pay him less money.
Bro.
Easier for go overseas.
I see a comment while ago. Hold on, Auntie. I have to cut you. I see a comment while ago. And I have to make some noise. Because what you know? The dog, bro, Tyreek Zimini is there in Belgium. Tyreek Zimini is no better than Richard King. And that's what I believe. You get me? I said so either somebody not doing them job properly, or maybe we rate Richard King too highly.
Or could it be that Tyreek Zimini is
No.
Richard King?
Bro, I don't think Zimini is better than Richard King.
Listen to me.
Honestly,
Tyreek, one for understand, say, you know, Tyreek Zimini's paperwork and everything that was easier to deal with more than King. If you go, if all right, so Tyreek Zimini's thing go through my boy, you know, Paul Hall and him agent, you know. What name again? What name again, man? The Jamaican player there, Paul Hall next Virgin. You know me at all. Fitzroy Simpson.
Yeah.
Right. So Fitzroy Simpson. Them time them and Butler did friend and them thing there and way. So comes to see Butler with the picture with them. So they might open up a channel to get players out. Anyway, so remember say was Cohen. I did Cohen for deal with. Cohen was something like agent, you know. Zimini's agent, you know. Zimini's never did forgo. Place name. Europe, you know, almost on different club, you know. Some different areas in the place in Bitcoin and thing. Anyway, them Fitzroy seems to come in the picture, like the youth, sort out the area and everything, and move them. You know how Fitzroy seems to work. You know, say Fitzroy seems to line up Whisper trials over Newcastle. You know the thing going on. You know the thing going on. Look like you know.
I can't say I know that for sure. I'm not going to say I know that for sure.
Fitzroy Simpson.
And you can't tell me I know
all the things them man the pull through. Get where I come from? So he was the man through that. If Fitzroy seems to link what name Cavaliers boss is that no brother, no. Want my money. So dead there so. Wanna go another talent alone, you know, and for the negotiation table is a big thing. Just talent alone. Or we can do.
Tyreek Zimini is like 4 years younger than Richard King.
Tyreek Zimini is younger, so
We know the thing, brother.
And Tyreek Zimini is already bigger and stronger than Richard King too.
But
So the only thing is just technical ability for
Bigger than who?
I mean bigger than who, you know see?
Bigger than who?
Richard King.
When I say Richard King,
So me never there stadium. When I see him walk right past me,
me take a picture with him. Me the closer than you.
You can't get closer with me, bro. Me not there when the man walk past me.
You can't show me picture now, people. What am I saying?
no, as in, Ansi, we're there, man. This is that sports TV, they're on the ground, man. Right?
You know, say up on the ground.
And see no see it.
What me I try to tell you? Me big enough, brother.
Why?
Watch it now. That's a Richard King. When last see Tyreek Zimini?
Eh?
When last see Tyreek?
Last time I see him when he was there at Mount Pleasant.
Tyreek Zimini is big bridges.
Tyreek Zimini is in my place for like Jason.
Mount Pleasant, him short and him foot them thick. That's
He's
all.
not short, you know. He's not a short man. He's shorter than me and Rush.
Him short
But
than
he's
me.
not a short man. Richard King is a tall man. But Tyreek Zimini is not a short man. Tyreek Zimini is probably 6'5",
No, what?
Probably 5'11".
No, sir.
Tyreek Zimini.
Tyreek Zimini is short than me and me a 6 foot.
Ty Jimenez is not in the world shot on 6 foot. What was it? We'll try to find out. Now give him 5'10", 5'11", which is a solid height. Central
5'7".
defensive midfielder, right back.
Man, a 5'7",
No, sir,
5,
he's not the 5'7". You're
5'8",
mad, man.
5'8".
Hold on. We need to ask a question.
Yeah. Look at business.
Where has the eager reach?
How would Polytron Jimenez play? Right back or out? When play?
Zimenez is a right back.
He's a
but
player
that
I'll
was
go,
2 years
brother.
ago.
Play
Zimenez
right
play,
wing.
he
I
play
forward
all
me see
both.
play. I forward me see play today.
Yeah, forward them
Yeah.
same
And get
play.
Wally
Yeah.
And the boy I get Wally a chance, you know. Look like him gonna be one next gem for Jamaica. Watch.
Love it, you know.
Can't fight it.
Yeah,
No,
man.
we can't fight it, bro. We can't fight it.
Determined.
The man look smooth like him ready for it.
Mm.
But what may I
But
say
me
is
I-
Aldridge, I think
there's a lot.
Aldridge.
There's a
Aldridge
lot of,
made the transition, you know.
yeah, there's a lot of Jimenez in Jamaica, but at the movements, bro, how we can get them out of Jamaica without. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
you see if them clubs are smart, them can make money, but them want the money now. But me not wrong them still, cause you spend a bag of money still kind of hard. But at the end of the day,
I
as
want
me
the
say,
investment get put money.
nobody from, let me tell you, the clubs them overseas, now go just run come pay a 2 or 3 million left in the ball at Jamaica, bro, cause them can get it different place. So if we can open up a way where we can get them out and then perform well, then we can start negotiate for money because we build with name. That's some no business going on. But we're not that, bro.
The first thing we have to do,
You remember the
I
year
remember-
when,
first thing country have to do, increase in position
yeah,
in the world ranking.
right. You remember when time Anita win the Premier League, win the Premier League against win another against, so not even one player can leave Jamaica. The man never believe in a selling player, bro. And they play them the good Marvin Mag and Mr. Man, the whole of the man them down there. The time the Deacon just bust on the scene, Deacon hot. Bro, a weed mash up product of Jamaica, brother.
And by we, you mean the man that actually can make the moves them go through.
Yes, the man them can make the move them go through. And them are the problem, brother.
Gotcha. And you know say, Ansi, you know say, me nah say Richard King for the Belgium too. I play in the Pro League. But if Tariq Zimenez can go to Belgium, why Richard King can't go Slovakia? Why Richard King can't go somewhere else? You get me? I say like JPL, you there JPL at 22. Bro, me can't, like, me not have much more time for Richard King after this.
What is the whole thing about Richard King is a mystery, you know. Yes, I mean, so I think them can go talk 1 year is a mystery.
You say bigger than football.
Yeah, man, it's personal why certain things him not really move yet.
Yeah, because honestly, it's sure in how him operate, you know. You see me? There's a lot of levels to it. Me see it's a good ball, but me see some little things there, though. You know?
You know who me ever give
A
some?
whole lot of things straight, man.
You know who me ever give some highlights right now? And it's a youth who talk about like clockwork, bro. Romeo Blake. And it's not a player we get included.
Jano, Romeo Blake forget to look in.
Bro, I have to big up Romeo Blake because as a 17-year-old brother, what the man are doing at JPL right now? That player they make time for. If me ever pick a JPL player, you get me? I say a player like that. Even though he's small, but how much longer we can use the small excuse? The man that dominate grown men right now.
But him can play 2 players, him can play defensive midfield well too.
Yeah, he can play defensive midfield.
I bet if him go overseas a defensive midfield, he might make him play.
They probably have a change to defensive midfielder, right? But
Just like when they do Tariq Jimenez, turn him from a wing back to a striker now. When I say, brother, you're
I
too
love
good.
to see Romain Blake play the right back. You know what? I want to see Romain Blake play as a central defender, bro.
and
Yeah.
he's a dog, you know,
mean?
like him.
And him smart, him can pass the ball well. So him
No man, one of the best passers.
so arguments with I love him because hey, yeah, a man can be a long ball in film. Accurate.
Not me. Bro, if you have a call, that was one of my beefs them with Argentina, the Trinidad and Tobago team then. If you have a call that team and you have a long ball you have a play, there's no way Romain Blake to make that team.
You have
If
a
the
call,
JP
yeah, better
they
pass,
really have
yeah.
this one. There's no way Jamaica Ethiopia, even though Jamaica Ethiopia never, if the long ball, if that way I judging upon him, make too well, him have the ability to do it. Right, but there's no way some other players make it over him. You know, there's no way. Remember, Blake are one of the best defenders in the JPL this year.
Right now.
Right now, him are the best defender upon him team. Him now play just because him young. You know, I mean, I speak to Goon about this, which is a little bit closer to Waterhouse, and he must say, yo, him speak to the coach, and he must say, yo, we play him there because he's our best. And that even
But
hard.
it's evident.
You see me say it's not a matter of how young and him promising. He's one of the best. And a player like that we need for a push. And sooner or later the attention I got turn from King, which don't get me wrong, is a player I'm a rate. I got turn from him and turn to a player like Romain Blake.
It took too long. It should have turned already.
But here's my problem now. When the man them left JPL and them go overseas now and them start playing and get the numbers them, people are say, well, other people did it before, they make him go and play same way in the league before he get a lucky. Hey, you can't please people. Hey,
It should have been Blake already.
I know.
Even the other camp there when Mr. Douglas they get introduced. So yeah, some boss.
I feel like Andrew Van Zyl should get a look into, you know, the junior game, man. Rumbling.
Right now, if you had to walk up years ago, yeah.
The junior game.
Yeah, cause some names.
No, Bridget. I think Van Zyl up there with the best of them. Van Zyl there, when they know, Umberline or something. I think.
Umberline.
Yeah, Umberline. I think him there. So I see a couple game things still, and it's not a bad player, but I think right now he's up there with the best of them in the JPL. And see probably can get.
If you recall Andrew Van Zyl, you have to call Fabian Reid before him.
Brother Fabian Reid, I'm mash up down a jungle, bro. Like the man cannot stop scoring. You see me, but the age thing with Fabian Reid is kind of issue.
Brother, Fabian Reid
but
better.
But in the same boat, that's what I said a couple years ago.
Fabian Reid better than two striker them go get called. The man post up game na normal. And him not big.
And you know him look big on TV, but then
Look big. Him don't big.
He's not that big
Him
in
not
person.
big. Him not bigger than me. Because I like him not bigger than me. And the man post up
Oh,
game
no.
movements off of the ball. Brother, tough.
Why?
Hey, if you talk about football, you have to go say why, brother.
But as you said, bro, Romain
Language
Blake
can't change.
Romain Blake is somebody where in Fidel right now, bro.
bro,
Still
you know
believe
it's a matter of conflict because me I think about it and you invest so much in these players, you know, especially players who them take from town and probably help them with housing and you have to pay them pay so much money. And you know you invest in them because let's get it right. The transition from grassroots to the JPL is not a great one in Jamaica. So if you're gonna take a player from country or something, it's gonna be a whole heap of investment, especially a player like Richard King. So them waiting on the right move, I understand it, because you don't want to just give up the player for peace. But at the same time, it's to the detriment of the player.
Yeah.
You get me? I say like you holding out so long. In a 2 years time, brother, if him not plateau already, he might plateau. You get me? I say if him keep playing at the JPL then. Is it?
And the older him get at a plateaued level, the more value you lose.
Yeah. So that but understand it in a way where you want a return for your investment, especially remember you know from Cavaliers, the one where we can say go in the national team and stay and get a longer. I talk about longer than the Alex Marshall, probably Paris now, but longer than all of them. Richard King right now I get a 2-year run where a team now calling in him there. So probably Cavaliers are look and yes, them are look for get the biggest money right now.
Yeah.
This are where probably the Cavaliers are look for the last 10 years, and it come right now. Obviously, them get them Paris transfer and whatever, but right now, they will look for a move probably like the Paris. I'm gonna know.
What I like the clubs them reach in Jamaica is that them can go into the club championships and do well and reach to the other.
That we need to try to get to the Champions League.
Yeah, but
If we get JPL playing in the Champions League perpetually,
We're going to qualifiers and we can't pass the qualifiers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when you're going to see players going left Jamaica, left, right. Players going left Jamaica, left, right, and center. Anyway, into this.
That's all we need for this.
That's hard to see.
If we can get
No player not leave Jamaica until.
If we can get the JPL.
No players not leave Jamaica until we reach the top 50. Top 15 now.
No man.
I think we're gonna reach top 50.
What people feel like say you have to go to main country them in the world. No brother, you can go all the other different countries.
By next year we're gonna be in the top 50.
You can go Macedonia, you can go Greece, you can go Turkey, Finland. All the top league there in the world, not just England alone, bro.
But we need JPL need to get to a standard where we're playing at the Champions League level. in a Conquer Cup, and then at that point, we can say, the money can look for start
Right.
play ball for the country.
So ain't a reach, but the long ball thing not gonna work. Tell them man, the long ball thing and this aggression,
Alright.
run up and down and kick down people. Them things not gonna work with that.
And let me drag on the memory a little
That's
bit.
what I like.
When Coach Grimmy does forward for the Island, see,
Yeah.
I believe him in the one little interview and he's like, I mean, I quote him, but it's like somebody asking a question about like tactics in the JPL. And it's like the boss say, oh, him say, him not see the tactics, all him see is just like aggression and speed and him not see the tactics. Him just him want to use them strength and everything there.
Mm.
And it's the same mentality the one them coming out of the national team with brother.
The game we watch, him not
What
say,
am I ready?
I can guarantee you, if you watch Arnetta play, brother, whole heap of tactics now in football.
Yeah, Arnetta one of the better
Yeah.
coach teams.
Arnett football change, brother. Arnett football
Yep.
change. You remember them never have no patience in the attacking third? And now the man them have patience, bro. Like, them know them a do. And them have two midfielder. You have a young youth named Giant Thomas, so we not getting really light on him, but I youth there very talented. A young youth there, him just Marga need some, you know. I mean, I tell you see, if we have the specialist them, bro,
Yeah.
and you they get the special treatment like we're supposed to get at this age, bro, him reach far enough because all he needs to do at gym, eat the right type of new food and nutrition to get the muscle master we need. So him can, go overseas to adapt to the rigorous go on over there. But if him now get them, him only can go play in the Caribbean and looking at the Congo Cup. Him now can make it in Europe. I don't know if you fault that was because we don't have the right system in place with them. Sometimes it is painful.
And you know, so that is a trickle down effect because let's say the national team outside for a second. I mean, no, say this over attention over the all of the time. But if these players start to move, this can transform Jamaican football from inside out. You know, instead of looking for the national team and the JFF, change it from that angle. If the club them can, improve for them thing and get that 1 or 2 specialists to help the players develop a little bit better. And you sell a player for $1 million or $2 million. That can change the football from the club side up. You get me? Because right now, as I said, we now have the specialist training we can get the man them to look a bit better. We are depending on one coach for coach the whole team. We are depending on even 2 coach for coach the whole team.
Yeah.
And then really that's a football there right now.
And then,
right now, you have places in the world. Majority of the professional clubs in the world right now, defenders are trained separate from attackers. Attackers are run separate drills from defenders, and I sorry forgot.
let me ask you this question. Watch this now. If you do a survey right now and check all of the fitness coaches they're on the football team, some of them just don't link with football. Right, I'm wrong.
No,
because a general fitness people work with track team and just get a job with a JPL team.
Bro, that's why we not look like a good pan the ball and
they say them not target the right thing.
Brother, fitness specification to football. You're supposed to write a plan, bro. You know, say as a fitness coach, you're supposed to know how much minutes a player can play on the field. You're supposed to can say, coach, you reach him threshold now. 80 minutes gone, John Brown now can play 80 minutes max, and the next 20 are going to be him down period, him stamina gone down. So you're supposed to have them thing in your head.
How you feel about
A lot of the trainers them work part time.
a track coach? What I can think about one right now, I'm thinking they're Mount Pleasant right now. The same brother we work with JC and he work with the national team. When
him bad, Morgan bad.
Morgan
no pick. Morgan no pick.
He's a football man.
Yeah, him is a football specific one, so him know him do.
Alright, so
Him only there.
1 second. The leader say, yo, the reason why we see King and we don't see King make him move is because this man is a footballer with Cavalier. I pay. You get me as a Cavalier, I take care of me. He's making a living off of football. I am job. I only put money investing in him. Cavalier now just let him go for scratch fees. And they Cavalier in a football club today.
Yeah, that's why I understand them holding on to him. But if it's to the detriment of the player, because right now, bro, my thing is, yeah, the JPL is a league, you want to win the league and whatever, but at the same time, we don't know if winning the JPL is the most important thing for these clubs. I mean, I say you in fact selling the players and making money from the players.
But that should be the most important.
Selling the players or
yeah, selling the players.
Oh yeah. But me I say them a hold on to the player because let's say win the JPL at the same time.
You think about clubs like Genk or you get me I say where them not try to win the Pro League. That's not really them aspirate. Them win it good. I mean, Ajax is the next one, bro.
At the bottom line.
Ajax is the next one, bro. Like Ajax make hundreds of millions of dollars for players. They're just ridiculously good that they can continue to win with scrapsies. Because as soon as they get good, Ajax go and sell you. Them go put the money in the new program. Them go put the money in them facilities. Them go put the money in getting older players with not as much value to try to win the Eredivisie. But as soon as they're good, they go get sold.
Bro, and leaders say
the youngest Champions League captain, well before Bellingham the other day was delete. Where the man come and get good as a captain of the team, you get me I say, win the Eredivisie versus PSV and just mash them up. Selling. Like 80 million as a defender. You get me as a 70 million as a defender. Gone. We see it with De Jong, we see it with little Ida to go money with the other day, man.
Anthony?
Yeah, we see where Ajax them now hold on for nobody.
And that for be the mode will follow. That for be
if PSG win, oh well. If Ajax win, good.
But the money where them are make. Alright, so King is one of the only two locals that may be in the Gold Cup squad. Yeah, but leader, how long King will go there at the level here? Yeah, so you can't sell him for no hold on.
If I did me, King would make that Gold Cup squad. If I was picking the team.
And who say I'm gonna make it? Why if them get a passport for Latibo there? Why if them get a passport for the brother when even talk about in a New York?
Yeah.
Tavo and Reed. And that are more defenders in the pool.
Yeah.
In the pool. Me don't know if King make it. You get me I say, and you say I can't sell him for nothing. I guess leader is a part of Cavaliers and he's known to be around there. Leader, how much longer am I have the value him have? Is this the highest ever can sell the Chad King for right now?
Yeah,
who knows?
I can't see him getting more valuable.
Maybe he can play in a Gold Cup and score
and score a couple goals and get top defender in the competition.
I guess. Maybe. But at the same time, you don't want to hold on and just lose everything and then eventually go to USA League One. That's not what we want. And don't get me wrong, leader. At the best we want for Richard King, at the best we want for the country. Because we think he's a player who have the talent we can impact Jamaican football, but at the same time we don't want to play them stagnant, you see, Pre?
Yeah.
Richard King for the Gold Cup. That one then I'll sure as leader make it.
Bro,
Richard King at 21.
If I'm doing the selection, I don't think Richard King makes my Gold Cup team.
Right now, or if more players become available?
Right now, where's Harden? Right now, I don't know. I was holding on to King, bro, but King a plateau, bro. I don't see much improvement. But if King get the moving, I don't get running enough. But can you say definitively King better than Harden?
You can't say definitively.
But I think there's a chance he might be.
I mean, you think King have League One level?
When you say better than though, playing for a club or a country? Show me.
Just as a player, based on
no, players. Like 2 games whether in Jamaica and whether King was trash.
But if you ask me, I would say King over Ezardin anytime.
I must not say anytime because I live with my player. But I think there's a possibility that King may be better than Ezardin. But King have to go somewhere to show me that.
As me say,
at a higher level.
As me say, a whole heap of players me see come from overseas. So.
You know, I mean, I love to talk to lead about this because we know him have a little bit more insight than we. Like, maybe we can structure the deal a little bit different. Even if right now you get a move with the money in the deposit on the front end, but then you put a clause in there, you put a sell-on clause or something where you know say you get a 20% or you get a percentage of the money they sell him on.
But with the man, them negotiate at the box stop. With them negotiate. Cavaliers have a whole heap of youth that go get sell. So one they gone early.
Send me that link. No, lead the number. Lead the number picks. You know. Cavaliers sells the most young players under 21 out of Jamaica right now. No one has got more teenagers contracts. Don't get me wrong. Love the Cavaliers I do. Love the fact that they get the players seen. Love the fact that they have a young team. That's the way we want the JPL clubs to go. They get me to have young players and become young. That's how we want leaders. So don't get me wrong. Congrats to Cavaliers. who not do a good job. But we are talking about a specific player.
Link again and tell him.
The link there, you put it in the comment section. So leader, you can come
Leader,
back
give
and
link and follow the leader.
You see me? So I understand that, and that is a good thing. But at the same time, I think the player like do a move. I just guess out there. Man say nobody don't want King. Only Speed want him. Said him. That dark, Regin. That dark.
That sound like a hater though.
Of course,
Yeah,
that's
for
what
sure,
I
for
think.
sure, for sure. The leader said King has offers in Europe. Be
Of
patient.
course, King have offer in Europe.
Be patient.
Be patient.
2 years, last year, the King didn't move before the year done still.
Brother, I'm tell you now, some things we have to deal with first before. Some personal thing I have to deal with first before the man move.
Bro,
Right?
if Richard King make the move, dad, then we're not gonna say nothing much more about the ball. You get me? I say.
So
But I
move.
want the move make.
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong, you know, I not say you're not good at
I
the
want
move
the move to make, but we can't as a leader fall, but we can't have JPL players in our team. I just saw me look man. But yeah, we have leader, we go forward, come give you a chat. The leader, what's up?
Yeah, man, what's happening?
Yeah, man, we're there, man.
Yeah, man, first time on your show, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
team,
yeah, yeah.
boss,
Attack boss, my name to them, man. Yes.
tag boss.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Attack boss.
So I said, when I come for them show, I must give a next name then.
Yeah, man. You have to do like me. I 3 different personality, me have.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
giving this when I say this associate to the personality disorder, that's not a good thing still, you know. I seem to have different
I'm unseen. I have a talk boss. I have a professional teaching personality. Long sleeve.
long sleeve and
Okay. Well, me, one leader, no different.
that is
One
the thing.
leader.
I say I want Joe man, you have, you know.
Anything we say a leader, Joe, man, I rush say. Right now we are talk boss. But the leader, talk to it. Give some insight into the Richard King thing because it's not a matter of we don't want to see the youth get the move. It's more so we really want it from like right now. So give us
And as
some
I asked you, okay, how old is Richard King?
21.
21. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on now. Let's look at it. How old was Tariq McGee? Let me just go and use a couple like Tariq McGee when he left.
Around 19, 20.
No, he wasn't 19. He wasn't 19. He wasn't 20.
A
You
long
check.
time Maggie left the country now. Maggie about 23, now 24.
Mm. How old? Okay, let me just go. Quetta Chow.
Which year Richard King born, leader?
Huh? Richard King was 22 this year. He's 22 laid down in the year. It's okay. I know how old he is. I'm not asking. I know how old he is. But listen, what I'm saying, Richard King is a. Hold on, listen now. Richard King has basically been playing Premier League roughly. This is going to be his second full season. Well, hold on. Third full season. He basically started playing Premier League the year when COVID, right after COVID, that was his first time in a team, a professional team, fresh out of high school. Okay? So his development, there's a lot of things in his development that it took a while because even when it was said that we were going to be starting him, everybody was unsure because this was a kid fresh out of high school. There are other players that were ahead of him at Clarendon College. But there's one I think his captain is at Arnett. I don't remember the name right now. And King has basically moved way ahead of him in that short time because of the opportunities that he has had at Cavalier, starting and getting that promotion, seeing that he was drafted into the national team under Whitmore, right, by somebody who is associated with another Premier League club actually. Requested Richard King to join the team. And he told Kappa that King was the best one at the time. And this was after King basically had when you look at it, just about a season, at least a full season in Premier League. So he has a lot of development. But I can tell you, look for something for him this year, hopefully. He had an offer last year, but there were some issues with the US. So that's why he did that. There was an offer. I can't tell you for a fact.
Leader, we are hearing about USL. Is that the level?
No, it wasn't USL. The offer was not USL.
All right, so
So
why elimination?
is the US situation rectified? Will he be champion?
Well, I can't comment on that. I
To
won't comment
America this
on
summer?
But
that.
leader just say
What
not
I
go
will say, hello, what I will say is that the offer that is being considered now is in Europe.
So,
Can't
but
comment it.
are we going to see the baller playing this summer
We're going to be seeing him play this summer.
in the Gold Cup
Let's see.
in America?
He he had gone twice to the embassy and they had issues. And 2 times. I can't say anything more than that right now. I know that things are put in place for him to once again make sure that everything is okay. So let's see what happens. But right now, Richard King, mine is on the Premier League right now, and then probably making a move to Europe, which is the preferred place. And
Yeah.
nobody wants to send the players to the US, to be honest. The better players, you're looking to get them into Europe. Because, to be honest, look here, when they go to the US, a lot of them that go there, they really just come back. Because there are so many distractions and it's just a fact. If you think about it, most of the players is coming back here now. I want to go to US. If you remember at one stage, Damian Lowe, when he just started out, he basically slid right out of the US leagues and had to go to Europe to get back his career before he went back.
Yeah.
That's how the US does their football, It doesn't help the growth for some of these young players. It really doesn't. A lot of people don't realize that it pays and they can make money. But for their own development, look here, especially USL. If a player goes to USL, it's a dead end. They're not going no further. It's a dead end. They'll make money and they'll be able to live fairly well, but it's a dead end. Because there's no player that I can remember off the top of my head that has gone into the USL, straight to the USL, and moved up. You have them going to MLS and moving down to the USL and maybe back up, but not from the USL moving up. It does
Yeah,
not.
Flemo is one that just dominated for years and then eventually got the move. But other than Flemo, you
Yeah,
know,
but Clemmer moved from he went to MLS, then USL, then he bounced back up. But yeah, but I think a lot of that had to do with that a breakout season he had over 2 years, right? And then but that's just one of how many.
no man, don't get me wrong, the USL is not the level of the thing Richard King is at. But at the same time, like 22, 23, at some point he must fall out of the national
He's
team.
not 22 yet, sir.
I know man, he's
He's
21
not
now.
going to be at 23. He's not going to be in Jamaica at 23. I can guarantee that. But you do know the agent that he has representing him, right?
Elite.
Okay, he won't be here at 23. Look here, as a center half, he is still very, very young. Okay? Because
Not
look
sure
here,
about
one
that.
of
21,
the
21,
things, what's that?
21 is not a bad age now. He's young. But
No,
when I
he's
give him
yeah. If he was an attacking player, you could be saying, yeah, time is going. But center halves, just like goalkeepers, they learn their craft because they last longer, much longer than attacking players.
yeah.
So when you have a certain attacking player, if you notice, Cavaliers are template. Once you're an attacking player, we're going to try to get you out there as quick as possible because that's your shelf life is not as long as certain players.
And him still in development year, see. Development year start. Him at 23.
You're right. And as a defender, maturity is one of the biggest.
Right. And you have to look, basically, as I said, this is going to be his third year. You understand? People are talking about him, but if you think about it, he finished, when was it? He would have finished high school just about, what was that, 2019, 2020, right?
2019.
Right. So basically 2020, COVID came by 22, was it 2021? We started.
2020.
What's that?
2020.
It's 2020 we started back.
COVID started
So we start back
2020.
Yeah, but we know
2021.
football started back 2021.
Yeah,
2021,
2021.
yeah.
Right? So that's when he started play. 2021. Then 2022, he was looked at for the Jamaica senior team, basically. Is that it? Is that everything right? Yeah.
Give them a
Yeah.
story.
No,
Give them a story. When
2021. You see how even going ahead? 2021, he was being looked at in the Jamaica senior team.
Yeah.
And when he's just coming out, just without more than, I think, when he got in the Jamaica senior team, he didn't have as many as 8 matches or
But
6 matches. So you
wasn't
have to
that
look at it, he just seems like he's around for a while, but he's not.
wasn't that a last minute injury type of call up?
I can't tell you how it went. He was there was a player that wasn't going able to make it, and I don't remember who it was, but I remember I got the call from somebody who is a confidant of Whitmore, and he does the scouting for Theodore Whitmore. He's associated with another club. He's actually associated with Harborview, and the choice was between a Harborview player and King. And when he called me, he mentioned that, look here, honestly, he has seen development at King, and the other player had already played for Jamaica. And he says, boy, Richard King right now is the best young defender coming up. For his age at the time, he was the one that he had to recommend. And I remember because he called me to ask if he has his passport, and so I'm ready. So even Mr. Speed didn't even know about it. So I never forget that phone call. And I remember the Sunday, I called King and told him, hey, you're in the Jamaica team. And then after that, I think I called Mr. Speed. And Mr. Speed never a clue. But as I said, it was a move. The only problem was that the national coach really didn't even know him. He didn't know him. But later on, when he actually got to make his debut, people must remember that debut was all of those suspend matches. For a youngster, he did very well. And
of course.
upper score and other scores had him as one of the top players in some of the matches. So we have to look at that. So we have to be looking at where he's coming from and where he's right now. It's a very short time. We don't want this kid to go and then come back like some others that have gone before.
But
Because
leader,
ready.
leader, we're hearing that it's more so of a money issue. We're in Cavaliers is holding out for the right offer.
Okay, question. I'm gonna ask you something. Do any of you okay, and well, I don't know you guys, but I know Unseen works somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Unseen. If your school asks you to come in and just work for free, are you gonna do it?
We done with free work, man. We done with free work.
Okay, so question.
Free work done with, man.
Why you finish with free work? Because you have to earn, right? So if the
Girl,
clubs
them
in
want money,
Jamaica,
man. Girl, you have to give the girl them. So, girl, them.
okay, so listen now. If the clubs in Jamaica, right, when they let all of these players go for nothing, how are you going to, when some more players come and you want to make them get a pair of boots, a set of jerseys, when you want to make sure the players get bus fare, these are the young kids now, We're not talking about the Premier League. When those young kids at 10 years old, 11 years old, need a pair of boots, need a pair of socks, where is that money going to come from? A lot of people out there keep saying that, oh, you're doing this and that. Look here, clubs are not charities. You have to have some way to generate income. If you don't generate income, your club is going to die. Are you going to have something like a little mini corner league and with no respect? You understand? One of the things why Cavalier is staying current, every now and again you have some other clubs, you see them stop and then they're rebuilding. Cavalier rebuilds all the while, but they have a pool of youngsters that comes up and they just filter into the thing. So they can't keep making them go for nothing. You understand? It doesn't work that way because I can tell you that Phoenix is looking for development fee for Whisper because there's no transfer, I don't know if a lot of people realize there's no transfer fee for Whisper. It's a development fee that a lot of people are going to be fighting over. And it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight as there's a lot more to that case. But we won't hear about that yet.
You say you want to give me a scoop?
Nah, man. We wait and we see, man. But all I can say that when everybody Whisper is an amateur player, So there won't be any transfer fee. There will be development fee. Where is Whisper registered to? That's all I'm going to ask. Where's he registered to?
As it we're assuming that it's the signing of a free player. There's a free
He's
player.
an amateur. Once he's not a... Hold on. Let me explain you guys. If you know, people who don't know. Terry McGee, when he left Jamaica, he was an amateur, meaning that you are not a professional. Once you are not a professional, you are not paid. The club can't get any money. They can only get development fee.
Yeah.
Like with Tariq Zemeniz, you guys know who got the money for him, right? He was a Mount Pleasant player.
Right.
You know who got the money?
How about you?
Yes. How about you got a whack? Mount Pleasant got 0.00000. Well, literally, that probably would have gotten a little tiny something. You guys, unseen, could I take it out and pack it and get it? Whatever them to get.
Same thing with Javian Brown.
Javian Brown was not the same thing. Javian Brown was coming from college. The US system, how the US system works now, is that once the players leave from here and they go into the college system, they become straight amateurs, and then now any money coming back to the club over here is almost never happens. It almost never happens. That's why
money came for Javian Brown, man.
Development fee. That's all you understand? But that is also an issue because the club that I won't go into it, because the club that he came from before Harborview, I knew up to Sunday gone, I was speaking to the person for the club, and he was asking me frantically to find out how much development fee Harborview got because they reneged on their agreement. You understand? But the development fee only means something when the player goes to Europe.
Right, this is why crime can't stop in Jamaica.
We never stop.
Who never stop there?
No, we hear some stories between Javian Brown and the Manders, man. We've heard stories about it.
Well, I won't go into that story. All I can say is that don't finish yet because the gentleman wasn't pleased because they had a written agreement that if the youngster was sold, X and X would happen. And anyway, I can say for a fact
that
they don't keep the agreement. But let's move on.
Load that one the part.
Yeah, man. Load that one, man. My
Give
friend.
us some insight. Leader, give us some insight on a player like Busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
Same thing. We'll wait and see. Busy could go anywhere between US and Europe. There was a deal on the table, I know, Europe-wise. But he can go anywhere between US and Europe. That's all I can say.
But we're gonna start push out Gooden.
Gooden? Gooden still in high school, man. Hey, what you must ask about is probably Adrian Reed and not even those. Remember, they're not 18 yet, you know. So one of the things, hold on, a lot of people have to understand. There are some key numbers with kids. The first key number is 16. Once they're 16, they can sign some sort of a pre-contract locally, right? Then after that, once they reach 18, they are eligible to sign a contract to move. They cannot move anywhere into Europe until they are 18. So same in the Whisper situation, he can't move until he turns 18, right?
Which part in there now?
Who?
Whisper.
I have no idea.
Whisper
I'm just saying, legally, I just tell him legally.
Whisper spending time and develop with Phoenix until November.
Yeah, him can't really go anywhere because look here, there's an issue right now with which club he's registered with. It can be any club between Coreyville and Harborview. But he's definitely still registered with one or the other. But there are some issues.
Question: Can the parent write off all those clubs?
No.
No?
Register.
At the club, they buy them in boots.
No, listen. Okay, let me tell you how it goes. When Whisper has the actual transfer has to go through, one of those clubs are the ones that we have to sign up. Not Phoenix. One of those clubs are going to be the ones that are going to have to sign off a document to transfer him. He's an amateur though, so they're not going to be able to claim any money. But where the fight will be the development fee, because what happens now is that technically Let's suppose he's with Harborview for per se. You know, he's still with Harborview. And the transfer that was done to Corville was bogus. Let's just suppose it, you know. I'm not saying. Right? Harborview technically can actually write to English FA, you know, and claim the development fee, you know. They can because he's on the books. Right?
But to be honest, while them people that fight over scraps is still at the signing bonus, Phoenix I don't have access to because the signing bonus of whisper money. And it's a
The signing, no, that part of the thing, what money he would get with his personal thing, that's different, you know. That don't have to be the club.
And that's the real money there, so.
He will whisper would get something for himself. He would get something for himself, and there's a development fee from age 12 coming up to whenever. The fact of the matter is that Phoenix had him from about 13 or something like that. But the problem is that I don't know. They had a question that was being asked about Phoenix being associated with the JFF.
Yeah.
Right. So from that and other people, we know what was coming next. So all I can say is I hope Mr. Butler has been in the good books or whichever team that youngster is actually registered with.
So what if Phoenix get registered right now? Can they?
No, hold on. There's no the JFF don't have nothing there where they recognize academies there.
Yeah, man, them have it now, man. Speed,
no.
Yeah, man.
No, he said that.
Where supposed to go? Him supposed to get documents from the
so they don't have it. So
PA.
they don't have it yet. It's
No,
not in
man, the man said that, man. The man said that, man. No, them have it now. From 2021, it did it.
And it's passed as a thing there now.
Yeah,
no,
man.
Unseen. The last thing that I heard on it, let me tell you what it is now, you know, that they had some various directives, just like how they have various directives for clubs, and I don't know that they have actually recognized any full academy yet. But look at it this way. It can be done, but I know that up to today, the JFF, there are no academies in the country where the JFF actually recognizes. I don't know about that.
No, let me tell you what me hear, what a speed mode on I Am Sure Sports, right? Man say, club academies can be registered now with the JFF. Right?
Okay, well, look here. That now would be something new, because I know that was being done, but I didn't know that.
New.
But it wouldn't be with Phoenix fault.
No, listen, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be with Phoenix fault because it wasn't there. There wasn't anything there for that.
Phoenix can write to the FA and say the local government.
Right, they can. As I said, it's going to be a little bit of writing and explaining and going through.
Right,
but at the same time, Harborview can, if they were bad mind, them can go and go claim, because they will have to. Somebody will have to. They
but
can
them
probably
can't claim it like that because Phoenix have a case. Phoenix have a case.
I know Felix has a case. That's why it can be. Okay, hold on. Let me show you something here now. Let me go back to Leon Bailey. When Leon Bailey was signed by this club in where was again? Slovakia. Where was again?
Austria.
No, man, not Austria. Austria just moved from Austria to the next one. Serbia. One of them. I don't remember. Can he move from there to Genk, you know? Right? Because Butler had some dealing with the guy there. So the arrangement was that, okay, he would move from that club. So that's where his first professional contract would have come from.
Right?
Okay. So when he did that though, you know, remember, you know, Bailey played for a number of local clubs out here. Right?
Right.
I understand that somehow, well, none of those local clubs have ever been able to collect the development fee, which they are actually, technically, they would have been entitled to for every transfer that he makes up to age 23. Everyone that he makes up to age 23. But that's another matter that it was so murky. And I know one particular club that, boy, the man really vexed because he thought Butler was going to keep his word that, yeah, man, I'm going to look after him. But I know that don't happen.
That's why people hate him.
Anyway, let's not go there. We were talking. I don't know. We reach at Phoenix. Now Richard King, I
Anybody
really
we
come
hate
on
to
here,
for
man.
them thing they still know. Anybody hate to for them thing they know.
But and the thing is the unseen, like how about you on the other club that would have to prove say which for whoever the player is at 13 or 14 or 15. You have to prove say they did it.
Jomo,
Okay.
Jomo,
How about you?
No,
Rush,
no, but me I say I stop at a point.
Rush,
Okay. Hello.
Rush.
Hey guys,
Listen,
let me tell you one thing. There's something called a JFP database, right? Okay. That is where one of the things now where the JFF is going to have something where once the academies are recognized,
Yeah.
they have something where there's some transfer between club to academy, because what's happening now in the local station now, you have players that play for both clubs and academies, right? And then now the next thing is that academies are not really recognized. They aren't actually, because I remember you had this thing the other day for the under 15 national, well, the parish team,
Yeah.
and players that they had to, well, to actually put players under some clubs, because you couldn't say that players from Norfolk Strikers or they're from XY Strikers or whatever. You understand? We had to put that the players say Constant Spring or Arnett or wherever. You understand? And then hope that that part of the paperwork catch up, right? So it's one of those things as far as I see. You understand?
That's why in England, especially at the younger levels like 15s and 17, you have like academies playing against club academies because Chelsea under 18s are academy team. You get me? I say Arsenal
Yeah.
under 18s are academy team. Them different from the
Rush,
club as compared to Alexander Good who don't play Cavaliers academy.
Rush,
Cavaliers born that. You get me? I say there should be a
Hold on
difference.
there, hold on there.
Rush.
Alexander Gooden has come up through Cavaliers Academy system into the senior team, so I don't understand that
But
statement.
Cavaliers have academy. Have a registered
Of
academy
course.
where you say, oh, the academy.
They don't have a registered academy.
Cavaliers.
They have a
They're not
registered club.
registered, not registered. No, that's what I said. Nobody does, but there is an
Exactly.
academy,
That,
right?
and there needs to be a legal differentiation between both. Like Mason Mount grew up in a Chelsea academy, but then graduate and then graduate in a Chelsea.
Because, okay, let me make it a simple thing. Like the Cavalier Academy, I would be the person in charge of that,
Yeah.
right? And then after a certain period, I pass them off to the senior program.
Mhm.
So we have a lot of players that move there, like
There's no legal.
No, I know this,
So
I
and they
know this,
move
but I'm
right
saying
there.
there needs to be a differentiation.
Right, I understand what you're
Legally.
saying.
Yeah.
That what has been done there. The only problem is that the JFF did not have anything on paper at the time, to say, well, okay, to have that differentiation with academies, because the next problem is that you don't have any competition now that outside of the informal little leagues that they do, the academies that they play each other, you don't have a league that would take in the academies and the clubs, that sort of thing, which is something that the JFF swamped so many things that they need to do. A lot of things I think have gotten out of hand, because like with the academy, everybody basically is setting up an academy now.
Like for example, sorry, never cut you. The under 17 competition. That should be, even though Kingston Football Academy and Phoenix will never have a senior team. The Cassava under 17 Kingston Football Academy supposed to can play in a competition. The Phoenix supposed to can play in a competition. They get me?
Versus Arnett.
Versus Arnett, versus Cavaliers, versus.
Okay.
That's what it should be.
First problem with that there now. Kingston Academy almost have no players. You know that? I'm going to give you an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Right, Kingston Academy, used as an example, almost have no players outside of those that go champion. Almost all of the players are borrowed from other clubs. They borrow players from me, they borrow players from Veer, they borrow players from all over. So technically, and those players know that they're going there to probably get ready for the trip to go away, and that's it. Phoenix is a little bit similar and not so similar, because they are a little bit more loyal, but they also have players that they borrow from other clubs. That when club competition starts, some of those players go and they play at Harborview or wherever.
Yep.
So it's a situation that once it starts, you're going to really have some sort of issues at the time. And
You know
when
what that got forced though? It got forced the academies to start developing things in a way where them solely responsible for the development of these players.
No, you for go on, man. Man, if spread the bread, bro. Man, if spread the bread, that's the problem. Nobody don't want to spread the bread. I'm not gonna disagree with some people. Spread the bread. The bread for spread. That's why you find out that people always are dying.
you need to spread it because
Spread the bread, man. If
Look
Jack,
here.
if you have a player
Yeah.
and the player usually play on a rush football team and I me selling and we get a piece of food, I go to rush and say, Rush, I get this amount. I'll get this. You understand? Because I have more here than you. No, you know, we say alright then, coach, you know, so certain go easy. You understand?
Okay, Unseen.
Let
Let me show you how it go. How it go now? What should happen now is that okay, an academy can only keep a player up to a certain point, you know. After a certain point, them going to have to graduate. Just like them leave basic school to go primary. So the academies have these players up to age 15, 16, right? They can claim for the player up to that period, you know, because there's a standard thing that FIFA has that tell you get 1.5% or 0.5% of the transfer of each year you have, and it varies as the child gets older. So if you have a youngster and you develop him from age 12 to say 16, then after 16 he goes to Harborview to play Premier League, because after a certain stage, you know, they have to move on, just like in England or wherever, they move into a senior program after a certain period, right? So they're in the academy up to X point, and then you move them on. If that player is sold to a club in Europe, there's a standard fee that you will get for nobody can tell you I'm going to get a thing. They have to give you a standard fee that is there. It's worked out by FIFA and it depends on where the person goes. If the person goes to say Italy, it's different than if they go to Serbia. You understand? It depends where the club is. But European teams always pay their development fee. USA is a problem one that you have to be going through this and things. They are a little bit more able to make it that done now.
And our next big problem to leader, we don't have nobody, we don't have an agent for the youth them. We have an agent.
No man, that's not a problem.
I mean, a big problem with agent
here, right? A lot of these players out there that playing and say, boy, we can't get a contract, you know. Do you have an agent? No.
No.
That's
an agent.
Who is supposed to get the agent for them? The club or
We
the
did,
player?
we did,
You're supposed to be somebody outside.
we did a project the other day, and we got some information from about 25 players, and about 2 of the players that have agents. You know?
Yeah. And we're talking about the best of the best of the league and Modern Cup.
Exactly. Most of them don't. And when they ask a boy, may I try get no bus overseas? You need an agent.
Who them go to?
No, listen now. Okay, the thing is now, you know, agents going on get through to players who they feel can be sold. It's not every player going to be sold. It's not every young player out there is going to transition. I can tell you, I've looked at teams where I've seen say an under 13 team and then under 15, and it's not everybody transitions to the senior level. Today I just by chance looked at a snapshot I had of an under 15 team sometime back, right? I think I can tell you, Dwayne Atkinson was on the team. Kenroy Campbell was on the team. That's 2. And there's a third. I think those were the 2 from that Jamaica under 15 team. And as far as I see, Kenroy Campbell, he's gone to Europe. Atkinson hopefully will move on also. But all the rest, they have never transitioned. So just saying that to say that at youth level, you don't know who is going to transition.
But that's not the problem. That's not the problem.
Transition.
We are upon the wrong thing. When the youth them transition, there's nobody to negotiate. There's no meaning.
No, hold on. The only way they're going to transition is when the agent gets something for them overseas. And if the agent feel, because I have had youngsters that I spoke to them, they spoke to an agent. Hold on now. The agent want to see how they do. Because if them not look like them going to do anything, them not gonna waste them time.
Why
And
is it that it's only a couple people in Jamaica know the agents then?
no man, it's not a couple people. Hold on.
Of
There are
course.
almost no local
That's
agents.
secret.
No man, it's not a secret. There are
Of
no
course.
local agents, Hold on. Let me tell you, for Jamaica, generally, Kevin Cowan, Damani Ralph are two of the agents that most of the local people them go through.
And
It's not
then
a secret.
you have Fitzroy just company C now.
Yeah, you understand? So basically, it's not a lot.
So not three that who had three agent can't do anything.
But hold on, no, listen now, hold on. If you had goal here, right? A whole lot of people running here, Because one of the things, the fact of the matter is that, I can name several players who Kevin Cowan has got taken up and they have flopped, come back down. The man around, same thing. You understand? And they come from
That's a
various.
part of the work. That is a part of the work. There's
No, but hold on, listen.
guarantee for 100% return on any product.
Yeah, but the thing is, listen, what I can tell you is that I speak to the agent, and one problem I have is that, okay, let me tell you, I've seen an agent have a top Manning Cup player. When I say top Manning Cup player that was all over. When I say if him walk on the road, everybody know him.
Tell me about that
Right?
money cup. They can't not
And-
mean nothing to me.
No, listen, man, listen.
Listen, man, Auntie, give me my
Alex
him
Marshall, hold on. If I gave you Alex Marshall at him prime as an agent, it shouldn't be too hard to sell because he would have been in the under 17.
No, me know. Me I say, if me no know, me send somebody go ask. Him can use two for good.
No,
Him
hold
can
on,
use
man.
good.
This is what I say. No, listen what I say. No. This is an agent that know him. And those two Jamaican, they are Jamaican. Them know them. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you remember, one of the things when Marshall was there, agent actually got him into a German club. But because he was not playing at a higher level, they weren't interested because they said he was not used to playing that big man football, so to speak. But what I'm saying is that agent had Marshall under contract for a number of years and he didn't make any move to try to move him because he was waiting for him to keep getting into the national setup to try to help him to sell him, because what a lot of people don't realize, they actually try to rely on the national team to help them do their work. A lot of them do that.
You know what the
That's
thing
why-
is? I'm not cut a leader. But you
Yeah,
know what
man.
the biggest problem is? When you think the youth them just automatically adapt to the Europe style. So for example, a player dominate JPL or schoolboy football. Then him have a 1 week trial at Germany. You send the youth reach at the 1 week trial a day before Jomo. And they will expect the youth to go to the 1 week trial the first day and do well and get a buy. It's impossible.
No. I'm saying, I going to be taking a youth from Liberia. I'm send him there without 1 day. That youngster not looking to go back to Liberia.
Liberia a
He's
different
going to
place.
give 110%
Liberia a different
and
place.
more.
Them
Huh?
youth when them left Jamaica, them want to come back a yard.
Hold on. You have some of them that even go to Mount Pleasant and can't stay in a sentence and want to come out of them yard.
Right, so
That's
Jamaica
not the type
different.
of discipline that some of our players have.
So
They
here we have
don't
to know.
that professional mentality.
Here we have to know. We have to use, that's what I'm telling you sometimes, which part bad there sometimes you have good. When you take a page out of Phoenix book, for the club, if you take a page out of Phoenix book. So the man them do, the man they make sure they carry them from foreign by them young. So they understand them use certain things. You me here talk about it otherwise, the land John used to snow, all of the young youth them used to certain things. So it's easy for them you to get selling.
Hold on,
Me
Antin,
that take one you
hold on.
know if me an
Let me
agent
ask you a
and
question,
I work with him.
Hold on there. I could just ask you a question here. Antin, I always ask this question here.
Sure.
I'm always hear this thing about the Phoenix thing. I know for a fact, Cavalier, Harborview, various teams, they carry their youngsters, they get the thing. That's not what makes the difference. Hold on, man.
How much for the year?
Same places that Phoenix got to. But hold on, listen now. Hold on, man. Listen, Unseen. Look here. At one stage, it's just the idea Phoenix start to basically do that. And what you have to look at now is, hold on, who are these players then that you're going to tell me about that have gone away on pro contracts for Phoenix? No, tell me the names. Are
No, no, no,
four
no,
of them.
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
no,
We
Unseen.
are shift the
You're going to
goalpost now. Me
tell
are talk
me,
about one particular something. Given we are talk about this. This one I say no. I can't say a question no, but me I make sure people them understand it. And me I talk about. What me I talk about is giving the youth them a fair opportunity. Forget that bad. There's no way you can send a youth this week from Jamaica, actually Jamaica culture, with you them from Jamaica, and expect them to pass that trials. Not the same week when them go travel. It's
Unseen.
not, it's not
Unseen. Listen now. I could go over it now. Look here now. Most players, when they go on trials, they don't go on there after have trials the next day. So that's a little bit of exaggeration still.
No man, I really think
No, hold on, man. Hold on, Unseen. We could just look at something here now. There are players that I can tell you, right? You have some players from some club that really have never gone over in that environment. But you have other players that have been through, they have traveled regularly, they have been prepared, and they have gone and they have been successful. Some have not. Because one of the things is, sometimes when an agent get a trial for a player, they get the trial, but the club actually looking for a left back and they send up a striker. So sometimes when that player go up, the man success because the club was not looking for his type of player. You understand?
that
So
makes no sense.
no, I'm telling you, that has happened. Hold on, this is sometime when these players unseen. We're telling the actual case over the years. Most time when some of these players go, you know who pay their playing here? Not agent. Agent not pay nothing. Most time at the club actually do it.
No man, sometimes most of the time I play them
The player
one fair.
unseen. No. Well, I can tell you, for my club, and the club pay. I mean, no, say for Harborview,
No, me not.
me know,
Alright.
man, don't know about that. Maybe some.
Well, me know about it because me have a particular agents or them do them thing. But majority
Which,
of the trials them when them
no,
get
which
at the
club?
crib.
By the way, hold on, Nancy, which club that player coming from? It no matter, which club?
Which club? Arnett
Yeah.
go.
But okay, let me tell you a thing, Nancy. Years ago, there was this player, a centre half. There was a MLS combine. I don't know if you remember. It's in the Star. Came out that Arnett couldn't find the fear for sending him to Miami. You remember that case? No, ask if you remember that case.
No, I remember.
You know, remember it came in the Star. The centre half, the MLS combine was keeping in Florida. Why I remember it is that I remember Cavalier had two players going and a third went up after. And there was a player centre half. I can't remember his name now, but I remember it was frustrating because Arnett, when I heard it, I was shocked. And you know what I said? This is one reason why Arnett not sending players overseas. Because it's just a recent thing for Arnett for them to be even trying this thing. So I won't hold that against them. But players from Harborview, players from Portmore, players from Cavalier, most of those clubs, the players do not pay the fare. Or that is a
You
club.
know that they're not supposed to do it, but you have agencies who the players them pay them fee.
Well, if very few agents going to do it. Most agents not going to do it.
And then them don't make it because it's impossible.
No,
Most-
listen. Hold on. Most times, let me what I can tell you. Most times when you go through certain agents and you go by the time you go, it's not a if whether you're going to come back or not. It's just whether or not the personal terms is agreed on. Okay?
Right now, Arnett to let Lego players easy. Arnett right now, I tell you, Arnett Lego player easy.
I don't know about that.
The difference with Arnett right now, them Lego player easy.
I don't know about that.
Of course. You have
Well, the Lagos
Seafast.
Seafast select not because the amount of money where the Lagos Seafast was criminal. And the money for Seafast, That's
Right.
And
And the one when he from JC, they must let him go easy if you look with that one.
Who is that again?
Arnett Lego player easy. Right? So
Who
we
is
rate
that?
Arnett
Who
to
from
them
JC?
thing.
Who from JC?
Eh?
Who is that from JC?
The player with the JC one, we go in the MLS right now, in the USL. I mean, USL.
USL.
The one when they come and play the mid man. And him going. One from JC man. You got to remember, man. He score a rocket pan World Trinity man at a stadium man.
Anthony, you have to bring that to him, man.
But at
Eh?
one stage, Arnett wasn't even letting go a secret at all.
Right,
But that's
right now, right now, on it now, a business. Easy. Just let it go. Because them have a factory down there, so let it go.
Well, as I said, it's a good move. Once they're going to be doing that, and they're catching up because they are behind all the other teams.
But the problem is, the
And
youth
it
them
never sold a player when everybody else was moving, and it just catching up, and that's very good.
but the youth them know where on it, the agencies where the youth them are used. Sometimes the club don't even know. You understand me? I
The
say,
club don't have to know.
and
Hold
the
on, look
agent,
here. The club don't have to know. It's not the club's business.
yeah, but you know you can give them advice before them do foolishness. And then
No,
check
hold on, hold
hold
on.
on, man, hold on. When check a
Yeah.
stock, when them go upon it, them trials thing, then spend $500,000, them get to $1 million, nothing for them.
Who spent $500,000?
Hey, stop. Hey, I want to tell you, man, I'm an informer. I'm a ninja man, pan
No,
here.
when you say, no, I ask you, who you say would spend $500,000? The club or the player?
Leader. Just hear me, I say, no, man, and just work with them, say, man. So,
Anyway, what I'm saying, listen now. I know I've seen it when they go and those things. Sometimes, let me just bust out a secret here now. That some of the agents them do. Some of the agents know that you then not go successful, but them take a money to send them away and them get a thing. Some agents stop talk to me when them hear me come on one program one time and start talk about certain little things. I'm in a business. You understand? Some agents out there very unscrupulous in what they do. And
so
they know
that's why,
them.
that's why I say to you now, why JFF cannot do two things, or the JPL or whatever. The clubs them can build a relationship. This to me as a rush. The clubs them can build a relationship with overseas clubs, right? So each year, all right, so you break down the years then, and you have a particular team where you send them overseas to play in a competition and get some practice matching. So the country, the JFF organize that with clubs in Europe. So each club are the main clubs and the top 5 clubs or the top 6 clubs them can go over with them youth program, them youth team to play. And so now the clubs them overseas can see them youth are progress.
Hold
That's
on,
how
hold
the
on.
kind of youth
Unseen.
you know
Let
what
me
I
just
mean?
ask a quick question. So a club at the bottom place, because I'm going to tell you something.
You know,
Sometimes
this
when I'm looking
the
for a
top
place,
six.
a club might be, say a player at Veer. Where's Veer in the league now?
Hmm?
Where's Veer in the league?
What we doing at bottom, man?
And I know for a fact, Veer have a player right now that within a year or so, I know he can get to go overseas. But at the bottom, you can't use that because
Why we
one of
can't
these
use
things
that?
when you
Him will
carry
go with waiting in the rhythm maker when he ready.
anyway, listen what I'm saying. Listen up. Listen.
Him alright,
When
man.
a lot of these thing there now, right? When you carry teams abroad, it's sometimes it not beneficial. It don't help
Why
because
anybody don't help?
no, let me tell you, you know why I'm a convinced for that now.
Hmm.
After I had gone abroad with teams, and when you look at it, um, economy of scale wise, it make no sense because when you carry those players, say 14, 15 players there, and there's only two you basically, you know the two that you want to put on show. It don't make sense. What you can do is what you mentioned though, is that you can have those two players also attached to a club for a
So
period. But that is not the
you're my
JFF.
problem. Why is this? Why is it only two? Why the ratio of
No,
developing and pushing
no,
up
I'm
players only
seeing, I
two?
just told you I have a Jamaica team and under 15 that only two out of it look like basically
So that's why
one
I
is
ask you why is
transition
only
and the
two?
other one. No, but unseen.
Why can't be
Hold on,
more?
unseen. No. Unseen. Out of every team that you're going to have, right? It's just like going professional. You know how many kids run at champs every year? How many of them go pro?
How much of them get scholarship go foreign?
Even a small amount, just it's a small amount gets
Lie
scholarship.
you tell.
And
Only
even
for them
no,
get
hold on,
scholarship.
unseen, hold on, unseen. Let me just look for something here now. Hold on. The track teams, right?
Hmm.
Each school, the bigger schools. How about how large is the track team contingent?
100 odd.
Okay. How much of that would be class one?
Around 20, 25.
Probably more than that, yeah. Electronics works at 25, right?
Hmm.
25 of those, right? Times how many schools in champs?
Only,
Boys champs alone. Let's talk the boys.
only for school, you know.
So when you multiply that, how much of those youngsters you think actually go and trust that? Unseen. It's not that many youngsters go and trust cards every year, yeah?
No, but no. What me I say is that the ratio, there's a
Out of
lot
the
of
25,
the
most of those schools
competition.
they do have 50% going. If they
But you know,
have
a final. What about scholarship out there?
no but unseen, hold on, man. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that everybody does not transition to that next level. It's not everybody when they finish high school want to still do tracks.
You know,
It's
say
not
enough of them make
everybody when
money
they
through
finish
in
math
college. Eh?
or Master Cup,
Watch
they
me.
still want to do it.
Watch me now. Rush and Jumbo can attest. I worry for them tracks you to make money through college and just done with it. They nobody
Yeah,
go.
Me just have to tell Joe Mar say every finalist a chance. Every single one can go to college if them
and
want.
semi-finalists.
No, they can't.
Remember, we
But
have
how
people
many of
from
them do?
doing.
When they go college, they make crazy money as a tracksman now, you know. Them all a pay, you know, because the rule change, you know.
And everybody get NIL deals still, but impossible.
You know that?
Impossible.
So him now have to go pro. I'm telling you. So watch out. Me go college overseas, right? Me go college overseas. I'm there at the college. I'm there at University at Texas, right? And when I check a stat, me I get everything. Me upon free scholarship. Me I make money. Me can buy me car. And when me done, me have everything I want. And then me if I go take it up, me decide, oh, me done with this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm saying to them.
That's the
no,
thing.
They go
the
to
thing
do
is,
it in the stage
you
where
go
they
to
want.
university,
They
you
don't
get
want
a
to get
four-year
more.
degree, you get a 4-year degree, and you get
It's
4 years in
good. You don't
America,
want to
4
waste time
years
to run
and,
up
and
and
some,
down after that.
at least.
Cause watch out now. You don't spend the money at Jamaica and buy a piece of land. I have 2 pieces of land and you have 2 houses rent out. You have that, you have a 2 car, you have a car rental. You just get a degree, you come back and you say, yo, we don't do this, you know. You go turn
But
on
as
coach.
but unseen, that's what I'm saying. Not everybody transitions.
No,
You
because I mean the
understand?
reason because you don't want transition, but at
They
least you give
don't
them the
want to. So
opportunity.
it's either way you go back to what I'm
You
saying.
give
It's
them
a
the
small
opportunity.
percentage transition.
No, but what may I say, you give them the opportunity to make something even if they make transition.
Them always have the opportunity, unseen. Them always have it. It just
No,
depends on
sir.
how
The
much they
opportunity
want.
not there, man. The opportunity
Hold
there.
on, unseen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If I use the club where I'm connected to, a lot of those youngsters have the chance to transition once I reach 15, 16. They have the chance to go. But it's not everybody have the discipline to do it.
Yeah,
I
but
can't hold on.
is the pathway there clear for them to transition? That me
Hold
ask
on,
you.
Auntie, make I use an example that you and I probably know. There's a youngster I know, right? That had an opportunity to go to with a Premier League club, right? Have somewhere to live and everything like that, everything taken care of. Move into get fast track into a Premier League club. You would be getting money and everything. And that youngster is like
So that fix me
in
that.
circles. In a focus that way.
They
When
say,
it forgot
give me a circle.
him just go in a circle. So and as I say, he's a talented youngster, and you have a lot more like this. I know of other youngsters, that in North Coast part, them chopping line, them not business with no football after a time.
So watch
Stop
me
that.
now. So watch me now. You see, in a film head, him now play and which part him there might get better treatment than him said. Him would get when him there Cavaliers. At the end of the day, maybe say that's a film thing book.
But that's a hear what you say, it buck. That's where it is. Him not gonna further.
So suppose that him want.
But that's what I say, so not everybody transitions.
Yeah, but you give him an
Same thing.
opportunity. That's the thing. You give him
But he had the opportunity. Oh, hold on,
Right.
he had the opportunity, but everybody going to take it up.
But what
Everybody
me I
wants.
say is that we don't give the youth them the opportunity to transition clearly through the system in Jamaica. That's all me I say. The transition to go
It's better
overseas
now
is
than
not
before.
that transparent as what you think. It's
Look
not
here,
that transparent.
unseen. No, players have the opportunity to go pro. They have the opportunity to go to school. They have the opportunity to chop the line. So it's 1, 2, or 3, or just go to school and do them thing. So it's them have them choices,
Yes, sir. Chop the line. Say it again.
Anyway, they have their choices.
You know, this is something that we oftentimes talk about. Not enough students are getting, or not enough young players are getting football scholarships outside of Jamaica. We can push out way more than we are pushing.
All right. The race.
Word of father.
Rush. The race
Run
are
down the
limited.
word.
The race
Them
are
can't
low.
get the scholarship, man. No, man. Listen now. Them
It's
can't
all
get the
about the
scholarship because
footwork.
junior college is not hard to get it. No, man. That's not true. You can't get in a junior college, man. That's not true.
Junior college, yes, but a lot of times, even when they go junior college, them flunk out.
Where are the junior college for that? We have to study electrical engineering. Have good maths for that, bro. Not electrical engineering, but electrician.
Listen now. Them go junior
Or
college. them basically get a step and move out of the country.
But
That's all
leader,
them want. Them not interested in going no further.
but leader,
My father.
but leader, but leader, you know say Jamaica system set up in our way. Me and you know say Jamaica system from schoolboy football stuff in our way where the youth them go college. And then that's it. I saw you sit up from man, you know. And go one
Yeah,
or two decide say them are go pro, you know, or who say them not go college, them
only
are go
one or two,
right.
literally. One or
Right, so,
two.
so I saw it set up in Jamaica. So we need to move away from that.
No, man, we move
One
away
of
from
the,
that
we
long
not know,
time.
it's one of the reasons why the club them now make money neither.
No, that is not the reason why. Because look at it this way, unseen. What I can say is that now more youngsters get the opportunity to go pro than ever before. Well, no, not ever before. Yeah, that time back in the day when a lot of them could, the England option was open to them. But now you see having a lot of youngsters going to Far East. You have them going to places in Europe. You have them going to Central America. The options are there if them want to do the work, you know. US is there still. Plus them can get them scholarships. So it's not like before when boy, it's much harder. Because look here, as I said, look here, we're talking about Richard King, who the 2 years full Premier League, and people are saying, hold on, why am I gone yet? In the past, you had man here when them reaching near 30, people are saying, right, I wonder if they're going to get them break. Come on, things have changed, you know. Now when certain players go to certain clubs, you know, and I call the name, but them cross the water. Them only play there till them are 24 before they let them go. You understand? People stop them thing they know. They try to leg the youth early because the clubs want to get the youth early to try to work on their deficiencies. Because a lot of players are here and they're leaving with deficiencies. But some of them leave too young, and then when they go up with the bad habits. They have those bad habits up there, and then they just end up back here in Jamaica. Like a lot of players that I have seen end up back here because they weren't ready to make them think they're gonna live alone, live up there, and discipline themselves not to eat too much, put on too much weight. When they come back here in the off season, learn to train. Trust me, it's just one of those things.
Well, a whole heap of things to unpack in a this scene, developmental sphere. Mr. Leader, big up for follow on today because they teach you so much. As you see, normally we're here and we want to control the show, but today you and Andy King kind of take on the hosting duties and we were the panelists apparently today. So let's
Anyway,
so we're always open and want more information. Why you come up on the show more often? Because apparently, even though we think we know everything, apparently nothing doesn't go. Serious. And sometimes we have a rude awakening. But especially Richard King, we want to see the move. Me love Richard King, but right now, if I'm here for the team, I don't think I've as one of my 5 central defenders because I'm a defender. That's me still. But we have to say that though. And like Nancy, the reason I bring up on the show today after I believe for the man them good shot and them get it. You can't give an answer now and 2 hours done. So that basically answer the question now. And that's the question I'm more before I leave for leader. The JPL let them get them chance versus Trinidad. 2 games. How did you think they did the opportunity that was allotted to them?
the opportunity. No, I didn't hear what you said. How what?
The JPL players were given a chance
Oh, the chance that they got against Trinidad.
yeah, where do you think
Look
them do
here,
it?
the coach basically gave the answer. You know that. You heard it.
Yep.
Basically, him not really interested in using a more really much more of the
Yeah, the
technical
man done, bro.
man done. You understand? Look here, this is something that is deja vu. When Fred Schaefer, the last one that was here, then I similar thing. Then after a while, he realized, say, yo, that's it. You might find a 1 and 2, but that's it. You don't need a whole heap of them because they're just not up to that standard. You understand?
You're right.
But as I said, people, leader, why you follow up on the show again before the Easter weekend? You know, so we have to try one
No,
week.
man, just let me know. You have a number, man, right? You can, Auntie can be, and you can show me. I mean, come on.
All
I will
right.
if I can for me now, so we'll talk, yeah?
Yeah,
All right,
man.
leader.
Respect.
Peace. Yeah, man.
So yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A good look at
A lot
that.
of people are texting and say, yo, why we are like the show like it's kind of full show, bro.
No man, you have to
Remember the
learn.
people that want to come to Joe and rush at it still, you know.
Bro, some things, I'm not gonna lie. Remember, say the man them, especially leader, him going the football way before you even think about going to football. So some things, some information that him give it, we have to just sit down and take it same way. You get me? I say, carry and through.
You
Not
sit down and take
things
things still, no father.
take things. I just from whom I get it from I get. Anyways. Eh?
Take things from leader.
I never really that. Me I try to say. I never that. Me I try to say. They can't set me up more there. But yeah, I want to learn tonight, especially on the local side of football and the transfer side of football and the agency side. Because you say something, bro, 90% of the star them coming out at schoolboy football now have an agent. And that's a madness. You have 17, 18 and you don't have representation at this point.
Agent at 17, 18, bro.
As I say, you don't transparent like all you that talk about get agent, yeah? A 2 agent, 3 agent, how much players in Jamaica?
Yeah, but agent have to seek out the player them too.
No, but
you have agent to go and meet with players and meet with them parents. And
yeah, but let me tell you, remember say Jamaica, first of all, the passport alone give you a problem when you want to carry a play overseas. So, brother, you have to seek an agent.
Yeah.
And there's none. The JFF now no course out there, the college them now no course out there. We have pushed them people to come out and say, all right, we'll graduate 2 or 3 agents that semester, yeah, make them work with some young youth that come out, make sure so them, you understand me?
Did I study that in them never postgraduate degree in that in a sports agency?
Of course, we not study that. Right now, we not study it. Right now, we not do it to get a license and then register with FIFA.
That is it. What's your bro? Remember, so we have to play a song before we go in, my father.
The email tune there.
That more I know.
Email, send me a tune, email.
Always a lot for the work, you know,
Email,
bro.
send me a tune.
And 91 people. Oh my, jump fast still. The people them see that the chatting's done.
So
Email,
Joe,
pick up
what
fast.
we check and feel?
Track and field, you know we don't watch the champs, but never get for cover it.
We talk about track and field tomorrow.
But guess what now?
Tomorrow we talk about track and
Big
field.
up Kingston College. Can you remember?
Bro, watch out.
What
Unseen. Tomorrow we have a champ slide. You see, pray.
God no?
Make sure you're there, huh?
God no?
Yeah.
Big up Kingston College.
Allow me to tell you.
Remember the Kingston College.
Rush. Now we talk about business and money.
Kingston
Never,
College,
the number one rule is never love,
Yeah,
man.
you know what we talk?
We are talking unseen about life we are tomorrow.
Anyways, Kingston College give it to one of the greatest schoolboy athletes in 1 year. Remember that. Kingston College. Just remember that.
You have to say the name them.
So we have to say
People
no,
know when you talk.
Boaj and crew me and do your whisper Richards. They get me and say don't think it's a game, bro. No smart
But
thing.
you're unseen.
Okay, so you're like a rush?
You have to know that. But just sometimes the case that me come out. Sometimes. What me I feel?
Unseen, tomorrow we're going to do a champs live. 2 hour track and field attack. And we're
2
going
hours?
to make you run it. And just ask him.
Me don't know if Anthony is there chance. Me don't watch it still. Me don't watch it
No,
still.
me do live watch along, bro. The track and field carry a whole heap of people, you know, like 500 people that watch a live, bro. Them things. Yeah, man. I'll 1,000 sometime.
Tomorrow, retard, man.
Character start tomorrow.
Me I do a live watch and me I do Carifta, me I do the Miramar Invitational meet tomorrow.
On your channel?
Yeah.
We can take in some character.
Yeah, but as I say unseen, so tomorrow evening about them time again, we'll link you up again.
But still. Oh, the tune send.
Nah, but time out done, my father.
Time out done? Jaja, Emil, you slow my boy.
But yeah, man, unseen, so tomorrow we'll link up back again and we're going to talk about champs tomorrow. We're going to talk about Alana Reid, which me things say are something different. You get me, I say? And we're going to talk about Nkrumah, which common topic that's still.
Big up Kingston College again.
Yeah, we talk about the youth and no. Retaliate.
Wait say?
Yeah, we talk about the youth. Yeah, we give the youth props and retaliate for create a brawl.
We'll talk about that tomorrow, bro.
You love a topic this thing, but you talk about it still.
No, man, I punch him, forget punching him in the face, my father.
I don't like. But watch, you never want to sack him, bro. Cause if you approach him, if you want to punch him like this and that.
If I mean, I suck him, sister.
Talk.
And just take my 3 day, my
Talk.
father. I talk about 3 day like a football. You know, man, take my 3 match, bro.
Wait. But you know, say a war that go on after that.
War that go on Kingston College and Case and Calabar with a war.
Yeah, man, a big war, man. Nobody
I
can
really want to see that. But I like what go on. But anyways, I read that, bro.
Unseen, tomorrow, you see, pray.
People, big up. You know what thing go. Emil, you move too slow, my boss. You see me? Tomorrow we run the next email tune. We're out, is it?